All right, everybody, we're at Milan City Park in Milan, Tennessee. Gonna take a walk around the walking track. They got a really nice walking track they've just really renovated in the past maybe 3 to 5 years, maybe. It's really nice. I'm just gonna take a tour of it today, walk around it, get some exercise in, and just show you everything they have out here. Now, it looks like they got some RC remote control activity going on today.
We look pretty good on Marshall.
We'll walk back around. I'm turning my exercise on now for my Apple Watch, make sure I get credit for my exercise. But they just finished a race, so it looks like they're fixing to start another one over there. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. But have that going here in a little bit. And maybe when we walk back around, we'll have some racing activity going on.
He's helped us out today. Done a great job.
Really nice day today. See some people walking ahead of us. Looks like we're fixing to kind of run into them. Of course, we got to keep the social distancing and all that good stuff. So scoot over here to the side as much as we can. But like I said, we'll take a long walk around this track. It usually takes about 20 to 30 minutes to cover it all. Just kind of give you a tour of it, give you an idea of how nice it is out here.
All right, then we're going to go on the sound of the tone. Your hour is looking ready. Turn marshals ready. Less than 5.
Right there they go on the RC track.
Put pressure on the leader.
Come back and see that. How you doing? Of course, everybody probably thinks I'm crazy. They see me just talking. Probably think I'm talking to myself. That's okay. Like I said, it looks like they got the RC going over there, just starting a new race. Hopefully they'll be still going when we come back through. But right now, I really want to get some exercise in and really just go all the way around this track and just kind of show you everything that's out here. Been out here several times and saw that track, but really never seen any activity out here. So this is the first time we've actually been out here and they've actually had something going on there. All right, so up ahead you may be able to see some of the softball and baseball fields. It's like we got a soccer track, soccer field around here as well for some of the YMCA soccer. Maybe the Milan, not sure if the Milan high school, middle school plays here or not. I would assume they do. Hopefully we'll have enough battery to go all the way around the track. It usually takes me about 25 to 30 minutes usually to walk all the way around the track. Could walk it much faster, just trying to get some steps in. Trying to close my rings on my Apple Watch. If I was an avid runner, I'd probably do it in about 10 to 15 minutes. But like I said, I'm just trying to get some exercise in. I'm happy doing that. As you can see, it's a beautiful day today out here. Been extremely hot, about 90 degrees. Humidity's been way up there as well. I don't know if you can see across the way over there, but it's where some of the Cal Ripken League plays, some of the younger kids. And we have some more walkers approaching. So like I said, we may get a little radio silence as we approach them. Obviously they won't know who I'm talking to, so they might just think I'm crazy talking to myself. How you doing? A nice little shaded area. If we were hot, could always rest if we wanted to, or just sit and just kind of enjoy the scenery as well. Up ahead, that's the Milan YMCA. And basically when we get to the end point up here, we have two options. We could join the normal walking track, which is nice, but to me it's kind of boring. I like walking through the park itself. But they do have just a normal walking track that you can get some good laps in. And also, there's another track that joins with it. It goes all the way to the high school. Pretty nice if you're just trying to get exercise, or if you're an avid runner, doing your 5Ks, 5K practice, etc. You can start at the high school if you wanted to, and run along the sidewalk trail that will combine into the walking track at the Milan City Park, as well as the trail that we're on now. Like I said, I prefer this trail because the normal walking track is just kind of boring. As you can see, the old YMCA, well, I say old, it's still in existence, it's still in business. Not sure how, to be honest with you, these days. And the nice Milan tennis courts. Been there forever, seems like. See if you guys can see them. And like I said, we got two options. We could turn here to the left and go out into the park and pick up on this track, or we can keep walking and it will take us around the normal walking trail. I think that's what we're going to do. I'm not going to go all the way around it. What I'm going to do is walk about 3/4 of the way around it and then hit the trail to the park, because it should line right up with it. If not, we might be doing some extra walking. Looks like we got about six and a half minutes in. Like I said, this is the normal walking track, and this was all they had up until a few years ago. The expanded track, I think, has been here maybe 3 to 5 years, if that long. And it's really nice because it goes all the way around the park. And this, don't get me wrong, this was nice for just normal physical activity, but just kind of boring, like I said. And walking in circles, to me, you know, just not the greatest amount of fun. Nevertheless, you know, it's good for physical activity. See a lot of people out here early in the morning during summer, which makes sense. Obviously don't want to be out here in the hottest part of the day. And you just see a lot of people around here after 6 or so. And you can come out here up to about 10 o'clock. I believe 10 o'clock is when the park closes officially. But usually you can find people out here anywhere from 9 to 10 as well. I may try to speed it up a little bit just because I don't want my battery down. I want to get this full trail in, because like I said, it's really nice if you've never been out here. If you grew up in Milan like I did and haven't been to the park in a while, a lot of this may surprise you. Because growing up, we only had about 1/4 of what we have now, just the main park, and that was pretty much it. There's a big giant caboose parked out there forever, and that's basically, you know, the biggest attraction. It was the caboose. Why they had a caboose out in the middle of the park, I have no idea, but it was there forever. Seemed like when I was growing up. And I'm already getting bored going around this normal track. Kind of wish I just went ahead and cut off and went through the park. At least we have a little bit of scenery. But not too much longer, and we'll cut off through the park. Like I said, it's been a very humid day today. So I'm not surprised that too many people are not out here actually on the trails and track. All right, I just closed the ring, by the way. That's my move ring. I don't know if you heard that, but I met my move ring goal for the day. Trying to get my exercise goal in today. We're going to try and figure out where this veers off to where we can hook up with the trail in the park. I could be wrong, but I was thinking it ran all the way through the park here. I may have to catch it on the other side. But I think we could just pick it up over here on the right and go that way, I think. But I could be wrong, like I said. So we're going to cut across the grass here. There are no keep off the grass signs, so go over here. As you can see, our scenic park. And I hope it doesn't get too dark while we're in the trees. And we're going to go over here by the pavilions, because I was thinking that the track kind of picked up over here. Again, though, I could be wrong. It may not go this far. If not, that's okay. We'll just kind of walk through the park, and like I said, it's a scenic view anyway. We've always had a nice park, just this area. Growing up as a kid, basically this is all we had, if you can see in front of you. But this park goes so much further back now. It's really nice. It's one thing Milan has done good, is they've spent the money wisely, at least this money anyway, and really upgraded their park. It's really nice. Oh, looks like somebody's left something there on the table. Not sure what that is. And I hope it's not too dark in here for everybody to see, but I'll be able to see the grills, picnic tables. And I think I was wrong about that track. Or am I? No, here we go. I think I found it. All right. So we can pick it up over here. Maybe. Because I'm not sure exactly how far it goes. There used to be, years ago, like I said, growing up, we used to actually have merry-go-rounds out here. Now those, if you ever never ridden on a merry-go-round, you don't know what you've missed. Granted, they were dangerous, but I really don't think they're any more dangerous than some of the toys that kids play with now. I mean, these hoverboards, really. Break your neck on one of those things. Worst thing you could do on a merry-go-round is have a concussion, a few stitches. All right, so yeah, here we go. And you can see a lot of the playground is fenced up. And like I said, I know we're in the dark a little bit, so I'm not sure how good a view you can get here, but try and get a close up here in a minute, walk closer to it. But you can see the plastic fencing on it. And let's go ahead and get a good look at that sign if we can. And it just says playground closed. Of course, all due to the coronavirus. We're lucky that the park itself is actually open. I'm gonna get quiet now. There's people sitting under the pavilion there, and once again, they're liable to think I'm crazy, talking to myself. See the volleyball field. Usually a lot of kids out there playing volleyball this time of night. Of course, there as well, the city park. Got some good stories on the city, not the city park, but the city pool. Some good stories on the city pool here. Spent a lot of time here as a kid. Years ago, they had a high dive. It was up to 10 feet, but somewhere along the way, they knocked it down to 5 feet. I'm telling you, these kids these days just don't have as much fun as we did. But unfortunately, get a kind of a shot of the city pool again. Like I said, not a huge pool, but they did have over here to the right, they did have a 10-inch high dive. Had a lot of fun there. But again, you know, like I said, a few years ago, it's been probably 10, 15 years maybe, they knocked it down to 5 feet for kids' safety. Unfortunately, you know, just like the playgrounds though, the pool's gonna be closed this year, so kids won't be able to enjoy it. Now, if you can see directly ahead of me there, that's the Amphitheater. That was built, I could be wrong, and if somebody's listening to this, they can correct me. But we had a teacher, her name was Miss Ross. I don't remember her first name. Her husband was working on a fireworks stand down at the old football field, and it collapsed on him and he died. And this amphitheater, if I'm not mistaken, and feel free to correct me, was built in his memory anyway. And it's a really nice amphitheater. Honestly though, I've never seen it used but a handful of times. So it's closed now, obviously for the coronavirus, social distancing. But even when it was open, I've never seen it used hardly at all. I know there's a couple of church revivals out here from time to time. I do remember having some fireworks out here, but other than that, really nice. But I don't know if that was wise money spent, or nevertheless, it wasn't used wisely, to make a long story short, because they could bring in a lot of things with this. Concert in the park, just think about it. Movie in the park, which they have done a few times, but still, I do know that it's rarely used and just seems like a waste. Walk over here and kind of get a view of it. And you can see the amphitheater. Like I said, I've been out here 2 or 3 times. Like I said, they had a church revival out here one time, and there was some fireworks around the 4th of July one time, and I think that's about it. All right, another walker. Once again, I don't want anybody to think I'm crazy, so you may hear radio silence. So to me, this is the best part of the park. It just feels so serene here. And once again, when I was a kid, this was not here at all. This was all trees, to make a long story short. But I hope it's not too dark where you can't see. And let's walk over here for just a second. Now, for those of you that haven't played disc golf, we'll be doing another video on disc golf in the near future. But this is really cool. This looks like hole 6. And basically, this is where you would tee off with your disc. And you probably can't see, because I don't have it zoomed in, but the disc is, or the goal is basically straightforward. You just have to go through those trees. So it is a par 3, which if you're average, you can make it in 3. Over here to my left as well, you can see some campers. I think that's very nice as well. Some RVs come in, just kind of hang out for the weekend or whatever. So I think it's very nice as well. Let's continue walking. And it looks like we're almost 20 minutes in. So I hope you guys are hanging with me. We're going to show this whole park, providing the battery does not drain. Actually, here's the disc golf goal. We'll walk over there to it real quick just to give you guys a glimpse of what it looks like in case you've never played disc golf. Once again, this is hole 6, or goal 6. So to make a long story short, here we go. Here's the disc golf goal. And basically, make a long story short, if you can see from where we teed off, way back there, you would have 3 attempts to earn par. All right, some more walkers up ahead, so you may hear radio silence approaching. There, I believe, see if you can see it, that is goal 7. That's where you would tee off anyway. And this is a long distance here. I believe it's par 4 because it is quite a distance. It's around 400 feet or so. Hope you guys were able to see that social distancing sign. All right, I'm trying to speed this up. Like I said, we've got about 22 minutes in, and I just don't want my battery to die. I'm not worried about boring you. You're either going to watch it or you're not. Well, I'm trying to give you a full tour. Somebody playing disc golf now. I don't know if you could see that. Yeah, there they go. So I believe that's actually going to be goal 9. Yeah, that's going to be 9th goal. And looks like another one just dropped. That's a tough one too, by the way. When we do our full video, we won't spend too much time today, but when we do our full video, we'll go through the first 9 holes. The disc golf course is one of the most interesting things they've done out here in recent history. And like I said, we'll do a full video in the near future concerning disc golf, but it really is. It's a great leisurely, well, I can say leisurely because you can get some physical activity in it, but it's a great recreational activity, let's put it that way. I believe you can see goal 8 here, maybe. And to my left, see the equestrian, I believe that's how we say it, field. Once a year, I think for like on a Friday and Saturday, they do horse shows here and rodeos. I want to say it's really great, but honestly, I've never been. Been wanting to go every year. It looks like that field's really grown up right now. I've never seen it like that. But I've been wanting to go, but like I said, they only do it, to my knowledge, once a year. And they have people from all over come on those 2 days, those Friday and Saturday. As a matter of fact, that area where we saw the campers, it's usually filled up but they just don't advertise it very well, honestly. I guess if you're in that, you know, if you're somebody who rodeos, you know about it, but other than that, you know, even if you live in Milan, it's like you don't even know what's occurring unless you just make it a point to come out here. But I think Mimi and I are going to make it a point this year. We're just going to have to figure out. I know it's usually in September, October, somewhere around there. Maybe even late August. I'm not sure. So we're going to do some more investigation because I really want to come out here and see the rodeo, see some of the activities. And once again, just very, very beautiful scenery out here. Relaxing. Come out here early in the morning, 6 or 7, just get a really nice peaceful jog or walk. See another softball field over there. There's a squirrel. I hear something in those woods. Yeah, squirrel. 2 squirrels, actually. When we do the disc golf video, we're going to film the first 9 holes. And then we'll do a separate video for the later 9. The later 9 holes are much more difficult, and you'll see when we walk ahead a little bit. I don't know if you can see that one way back in the trees there. Like I said, it's not maybe average difficulty for pros, but to me, I think it may be only a par 3 too. So but like I said, I really love this park. And I don't know if you can see it, but it says half mile up here on the track. Not sure where that's from though, where that starting point was at. Guess you could always use one of those apps like Map My Run or Runtastic or something like that, and you could actually track your distance. That's what always worked best for me. All right, getting back out into the sun again. And we're approaching the dog park, which, for a city like Milan, I used to live in Milan. You can't let your dog loose at all, which, you know, I understand to a degree. I had the cops called on me several times because of a neighbor. My Cocker Spaniel would go get their paper, and she left me a note one time when I got home from work. I had a note that said, "Mr. Moore, you owe me 50 cents. Your dog chewed up my paper." So I understand it. You know, where I live now, you know, we don't have to worry about that. But, you know, in a larger city where the neighbors are just almost on top of each other, I can understand not being, you know, for the leash laws. But, you know, almost like New York City or something like that, we have a dog park here in Milan, Tennessee. Not a whole lot going on with it. It's just basically a field with benches. But nevertheless, if you have a dog that's cooped up in the house all the time, it'd be very nice to let it burn some energy out. All right, we're almost back to our starting point, not too much longer. I believe we're going on about 30 minutes almost. And once again, radio silence. Maybe he's got his earbuds in and can't hear me anyway. Looks like it. And he's putting in a little bit more effort than I am. All right, just kind of take a look here. Not a whole lot here, just open field. Well, if you're playing disc, if you do some of the disc golf course out here, then you'll probably be traveling across some of this open field here. Matter of fact, I know you will. You'll be doing a lot of walking, trust me. And again, like I said, we'll cover that in a separate video. You might be able to hear in the background. Sounds like the RC club still has their activity races going on over there. All right, once again, radio silence. Don't want anybody to think I'm just completely nuts, which I am, but everybody doesn't need to know that. All right, now we're approaching the lake, or the pond. Really nice pond out here. And we didn't actually even know about this till about roughly a year and a half ago. And we actually discovered it when we were playing disc golf. But it's a really nice pond out here. And you are allowed to fish. Of course, you do need a license, but other than that, they only have a few rules. No swimming or boating of any kind. And I think there's a limit. It's stocked with rainbow trout, according to the signs. But it is really, really nice. Now, I believe this is the second time we've been out here fishing. And, well, Mimi, let me go back a little bit. Mimi, Serena, Parker, and Mason are out there fishing right now. This is the second time we've been out here. Parker was the only one to catch fish last time. The last time he was out here, he caught a little bass. Wasn't big or anything, but it was just the fun of doing it, which is cool. And that was on some type of lure. Today they got lures and worms, so. And we'll just kind of stop. And as you can see, there's another disc golf goal right by the pond. I usually skip that one because I don't want to lose a disc, and you will do it in this pond. But a really nice pond. And like I said, we didn't even know it was here, and I'm not even sure how long it's been here. But the good thing is, there's usually not too many people out here. So if you just want to relax, go fishing, don't feel like going off somewhere, come out here to the park. And like I said, most of the time there's not too many people out here. Matter of fact, I'm guessing that the only reason there's as many people out here today as there is because it's free fishing day in Tennessee. So.
A lot of fluff out there, but the moisture is coming up. Drew in that three, right off Randy. Randy's just a half-second back in the four. Then Miller, Ty, Porter, William, Repo, and Zach.
We're just about done with the tour. We're going to walk where we started, up there by the RC.
1 and 2 working the ball turn on the left side of the track. Let's get some lap traffic. Oh, what a rip there by that orange buggy.
Any luck?
That's on that Jackson place. Step up
Huh?
on the inside.
Many bites?
Traffic ahead of our leaders.
Mason, any luck?
I didn't catch nothing.
You ain't caught nothing yet? I bet you had a bunch of bites though, right?
Look how many ones I got.
Cool. Let me see that again. Cool. Yeah, you better catch something on that.
Four.
Yeah.
too much for him, I think.
That orange buggy fighting to stay on the lead lap. Oh my goodness.
All right.
There's like Frogger out there. Near miss.
So we're just about done with the tour here. Sorry I went so long, but I wanted to give everybody, if you've never been out here and walked the full track, and maybe you've lived in Milan your whole life and didn't realize that all this was out here, because I know I didn't. But like I said, it's one thing Milan has done wisely and spent the money on this park. Maybe they could use it a little bit more. Maybe they have more money, they can build other things. But this park, what they have right now is very, very nice. All right, so we're going to end this tour real quick, but I do want to take a look at these RC vehicles real quick, because honestly, it's the first time I've seen them. Look pretty cool, to be honest with you.
All right, so Christian is Ryan still out front. Randy's fighting off Drew Williams.
See how close I can actually get.
Fighting off Angel for that 5. Then Ty, Zach, Repo, and Porter. Our leader working the bowl turn now coming down.
Uh-oh.
Good save by Repo at the line. 4:30 down.
I don't know if you guys can see this or not, but those little
Got around that last
RC cars are going.
Let's see, leaders lap 27.7 and Raya 27.5. So Raya 2/10 off the lead. Leader working the front stretch. And there's Raya at the lead.
Again, see if I can get a little closer up.
26.9 for Chris, 27.4 for Raya. Then Randy still fighting off Williams. Drew Williams less than a second back over that 3 spot. Miller fighting off Angel. 5 down, 5 to go. Just past the halfway point.
Like I said, this is really cool. It's the first time I've ever seen them.
That's the leader.
And I heard him talking a while ago about somebody, one of the racers was from Alabama. So people come from all over the place to do this. It's really cool.
On the left side of the track. 5:30 down, 4:30 to go.
Get a little bit closer, if I can. I don't want to run me off.
I got Randy and Drew again. Drew just a pick off of Randy.
Little things to go. I bet they spent some money on those too.
For the triple, you got 2 coming. Behind you, behind you.
I'm hoping none fly off and hit me in the head.
Oh my goodness. Still got Christian and Ryan battling out for that top spot. 6 down, 150 to go. Drew over Randy now. Justin Miller closing in on Randy. Willie May was still at 6. Zach, Ty, Repo, and Justin.
Oh, here we go. See some speed with these things.
24.55. I think Porter has ended it.
I tell you what, I know it takes some skill that I don't have to go around these curves like that at full speed. All right, well, look, I believe we concluded the tour. There's much more out here in the park I'm sure we could show, but like I said, I just want to go around that track one time and give everybody, let everybody kind of see it, maybe never seen it before. In the future, we're going to be doing a disc golf, like I said, video as well, and maybe we can get a little bit more of the park that we didn't cover when we make those videos.